It's the brother QaNa. I'd like to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakradash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all the brothers in His truth. The title of today's lesson is going to be You or This World. Choose wisely, right? And what I mean is, you got a choice to make. Excuse me. You got a choice between you got a choice to make between you and this world, right? Because we in a constant battle every day, right? And that battle is, pretty much good and evil. You know what I mean? So we got every day we wake up and we got choices, to make. You know what I mean? And in the times that we living in now, only one thing matters, and that's coming into this truth, changing from, the ways that you were, that you learned throughout the years from growing up, being subject to the world, not knowing the truth, not knowing, really what you're doing, and then you finally, not everybody, but the ones that do, you finally wake up and then you finally realize, like, damn, the way I was raised was wrong. And it wasn't that your parents and them was trying to raise you wrong. It's just that they didn't know the truth either. And so the way that they raised us was according to the way that they was raised. So it's a pattern that we gotta break, right? And so you or this world, because the Lord coming back to destroy this place. And a lot of people don't wanna, they don't even want to think about the fact that this place is going to be destroyed. They think the Lord, He coming back, He going to save this place. And, He going to come, He going to gather up every nation all together, and we going to become one people, and we going to, no, that's not what's going to happen. The scriptures don't speak on that. And, that's humans, that's feelings that, that's what people want, but that's not what the Lord wants. And He controls everything. He made everything. He's a creator. So what He wants is really what matters. You know what I mean? And that's what we subject to. And so you got a choice to save yourself, right? And how you save yourself is come out of the world. You got to come out of the world, come out of the ways, come out of what you used to. And how do you do that is this book. So once you come out of the world, you come into the ways of the Lord, and you start trying to live by His laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, right? And that's the only way you can save yourself, right? So you want to save yourself, or do you not want to save yourself because you too worldly, you too wrapped up in the world, and you want to just be destroyed with the world? So and that's the choice you got to make. Those are the choices. So that's why the title is You or This World, Choose Wisely. Because if you choose you, then you got to choose to come out of the world, come into the truth, come into the faith, start walking in the ways of the Lord, and forget the ways that you learn, from this worldly place, from this wicked worldly place. And so with that, I'm going to get into the scriptures, and I'm going to start in the book of Romans, and chapter 12, verse 2. And it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." So be not conformed to this world. Be not too wrapped up into these ways that you learn. Try to come up out of there. Try to renew your mind, as it just said. Renew your mind. Transform the way you think. Transform your daily thought pattern and everything that you used to. You know what I mean? Because you got to think, 9 times out of 10 chance, the ways that you were taught is, for the majority of the part, against the ways that the Lord wants us to go. The path that the Lord wants us to go, right? And so, and if you're not following the Lord, then you following the ways of the world, which the Lord is not pleased with, right? And he gonna destroy this place and everybody that's mixed up into it, right? So we all was brainwashed at one point in time. We all been brainwashed by this place, by the way we was raised, the way our parents raised, just because of the way they was raised. We all was brainwashed by the world system, by America, aka Mystery Babylon, Babylon the Great. We all was brainwashed into thinking that their ways was righteous, right? But it's not. So now, to come out of that, you have to be brainwashed by the truth, right? You gotta let the truth brainwash you, and that's the pure, right? That's the pure way of cleansing yourself. It's through this word. It's only one way, and it's through this word. And so from there, I'm gonna jump to the book of Revelation, chapter 18. Excuse me, got a little slight cold. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And it says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues," right? Come out of her, that ye be not partakers of her sins, because everybody that's in this, everybody that's brainwashed, that's not going to come out of the ways of the world and don't see no wrong into the ways of the world and going to continue to live the way that they live in according to the worldly, system, then you're going to become partakers of her sins. You're going to be just as guilty as America, just as guilty as Babylon the Great. You know what I mean? And because if you don't see nothing wrong with the way that things are going, then you are in agreement with it, right? You are in agreement. You don't see nothing wrong with the way things are going. How the systems that they got set up, the laws that they got set up. It's all wicked. And if you don't see nothing wrong with it, then you're going to continue to live in this worldly manner, right? And you're going to become partakers of her sins. And I'm going to continue down to verse 5 and say, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities," right? So America's sins, right, has reached up to the heavens, to the Lord, right? And he's setting up a day for judgment to give her righteous judgment for the sins and the iniquities that it has created. Right? So from there I'm gonna go to the book of Hosea, right? And it is chapter 4, verse 6, and it says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee." My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because they don't open this, right? They'll tell you that they believe in the Lord, they believe in God, right? But they don't agree with what the Bible say, right? Or they'll try to tell you that the white man wrote the Bible, and it's not true, this and that. Any excuse that they can come up with not to have to follow the rules of the word, because our people don't like order, they don't like structure, they don't like to follow the rules. So they come up with anything that they can just so that they cannot have to follow the rules of this word, but they following the rules of Esau, right? "I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High, I will also forget thy children." So in the time of destruction, when all hell break loose, and we seeing it playing out before our eyes right now, every day we entering further and further and further to the end, you know what I mean? And we going through by phases, the pandemic, all types of food shortages, baby formula shortages, gas prices going up, war, rumors of wars, these are all phases these are all phases that we going through before the end comes, which the Bible speaks about all of them, right? Now I'm gonna jump to the book of Psalms. Okay. Psalms 11. Proverbs 11, verse 6, and it says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and horrible tempests. This shall be the portion of their cup. Upon the wicked. Who is the wicked, right? The wicked is the is so-called Esau, Edom, white man, right? That was the born wicked. He was born for the day of destruction. He was born to do evil. Like that's his lot, right? So now, within his lot, he came up with all different types of ways to make people think that his ways were righteous. And so by that being, he got a lot of followers, a lot of people who believe that, because on the dollar it says, in God we trust. They got these homosexual laws going on, making it seem like it's okay because they hearken into the feelings of the people. They preaching, they doing all types of stuff, right? And these are the iniquities of them, right? That they done flushed down onto America and the people of America, including bringing the people over here in slavery, our people in slavery. You know what I mean? We still in captivity right now today, setting up these laws, that's built to keep us down, so on and so forth. We can go on and on and on about Esau, right? But again, verse 6, it said, upon the wicked he shall rain. Who is he? Talking about the Most High, Yahweh Shah. He shall rain snares, fire and brimstone. So that fire and brimstone is going to come from the nuclear war, from the nuclear missiles, from World War III, right? And we seeing it playing out already. You're already seeing it playing out if you've been watching, listening to the news, or keeping an ear out of what's been going on. It's what's going on between Russia and Ukraine, and now America is involved, and China, and all of these people. It's going to eventually lead to a World War III, right? It's going to lead to a World War III, and then in World War III, it's going to be combat. Guns, bombs, missiles, whatever you want to call it. It's all going to come. It's going to come, right? And it says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone. So now this place, America, is a wicked place, right? It's contrary to the laws of the Bible. It's contrary to the laws of the Bible. It's going against everything that the Bible believes in, right? So, in that being said, the Lord is going to come down. He's going to execute judgment, right? And that's the way he's going to execute judgment, with fire and brimstone. And all the people who is partakers of her sins is going to be destroyed with this place. It's going to be destroyed with this place, and that's just the way it is, and that's just the way it's going to be. And from there, right? Revelation 14. Revelation 14, verse 10, right? So just like I was just getting into, everybody that's living the ways that these people set up and got us thinking and got you brainwashed into thinking that it's right. This is what's going to come to you, the same as what's going to come to America, right? Revelation 14, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the lambs. So all of you partakers of America's sins, and y'all living how they want you to live, or living according to the way that America has established themselves, that's what you got coming, because that's a for sure judgment on America, right? Ain't no America not escaping it. That's a for sure judgment on America, because you got to think about it. This is the place where the most bloodshed of the Lord's people was shed at, right here on these soils, and that's one of the main reasons why he coming to destroy this place, right? And so his people, right? He's executing vengeance on this nation for his people, but in the meantime, he don't want to execute judgment on his people, but he knows that he's gonna have to, because not everybody is gonna stop the way that they live in, because they are conformed to the world and come back into this truth. This is the last thing people worried about, and that's why when the Lord come back, he's only gonna be worried about his elect. So with that being said, I'm gonna end it off there. Shalom to the hopefully elect, and all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hawashai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.